Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Friday morning. Got a great show lined up and got a fishing forecast coming up. Going to give away some free seafood and just all kind of good things happening here on Panhandle Outdoors. So we appreciate the viewership, and let's get started with our weather. Brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of 77 and Baldwin Road. Don't forget to run by and check out that cosmetology program. They got it going really good over there. High today, 66 and low 46. So it's cooled off a little bit. A lot of folks want to get rid of these mosquitoes, so hopefully this is going to help out in the next couple of days with some of this cool weather. It's been a swarm of mosquitoes all over the Florida Panhandle. Water temperature, fascinatingly, is staying at 70 degrees, and it's already the first week of December and still 70 degrees. That's warm for this time of year. That's why we had this late run. We're going to talk about that in the fishing report later on. Let's take a look at our river readings. Apalachicola, Bluntstown, it's reading at 8.1. It's staying pretty steady there. And it's, tomorrow on the river should be really nice. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville is 7.9. Both of them right at 8 foot. Both of them are going to be pretty steady for the weekend. Not a lot of movement as far as up and down. Okay, brought to us by Watson's Landing Marine and Dry Storage. Now let's take a look at our tide chart, brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're talking about the neap tides we're having. We've got about a 0.6 foot range today and tomorrow. Not a lot of total movement in there. Low tide will be 10:15, and the high tide right around 7 o'clock. The marine forecast, we're going to talk about a north-northeast wind at about 10 to 20. So it's going to be coming pretty strong. If you're fishing the bay systems, you want to get out of that. You don't want to be fishing the south side of the bay system, because you want to get over there on the north side and fish it. Okay. Now let's go and do our game forecast today during the first segment, because we'll have our fishing forecast on the last segment. Brought to us by Mark Cowart of Counts Real Estate. Our 2 times 6:30 to 8:30 this morning, and this evening from 6:55 to 8:55. That takes care of all our weather and outdoor outlook for this weekend. So let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and welcome to our guest. You can see one familiar face, Brian Revere. Good to see you today.
Thank you, Coach.
Principal of Vernon High School, Vic Starling. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, this is going to be a unique show. We're going to do 2 segments on this. We're glad y'all came down and got up early this morning, headed down this way.
Yes, sir.
We're glad to have you. So, Brian, tell us briefly a little bit, and tell us about Vic.
Sure. We're here this morning because we do want to promote a special event that we have going on tomorrow, Saturday, at the high school from 11 to 4. We're selling some low country boil plates and have a nice concert planned that evening south of Vernon at 7 p.m. All to benefit a local tragedy that we had with a case of arson in Vernon, and Vic's Oyster Bar burnt to the ground, and we've got some people that are out of work right here at the holidays, and trying to put on a special event to help those folks in this time of need.
Okay, summed up in a nutshell right there, trying to help some folks who in need. And also, Vic, tell us about your place up there.
Man, it's been great. The locals have been very supportive, and I can't say enough. We got a great chef and a great staff in there, Freddie Whitfield, and just some great team members that makes a good plate of food, if you would. A lot of shucking of oysters up there, and the boys did a lot of, we'd go through 100 dozen some nights in there. So.
Well, you know, oyster bars are special no matter where they are, but when in a small town, I think they seem to taste a little bit better in a place like that. So listen, and like I say, we had the place going really good and all. I know a lot of folks would go there, and basically it was you lost it to a case of arson is what we think, right? So let's look at this. We got some pictures here. Brian, you sent us some pictures. Let's tell us about this first one here.
Yeah, we first we heard about it that evening, and this picture was even before the fire department could get there, and in a case of arson, you got accelerants and issues there. This is one of my good friends, Walt Gettler, volunteered to come help tear down the burnt segment of the restaurant, and that's what's been tremendous. Is we had Walt there, Dow Morris, Greg Gainey, all just volunteering their time, their equipment, their resources to help out in a time of need again. So again, with an arson case, there is a substantial award out there for any case that can help out. This is some of some of the wait staff, again, that picture there, you can see Walt and Vic and Dow and Greg in the demolition stages. These pictures here are some of the wait staff, before the restaurant burnt down. That's, if you remember Andrea that came on with me last year.
Sure do.
Yep, she was one of the head shuckers down there, and just again a great atmosphere for a small town. We Vic sponsored a lot of our first downs at the football games, and we had crowds that would, nothing's better than a fresh shrimp and oysters on a Friday night after a victory, on the football field. There's Freddie again, is his main cook. And
he's a heck of a chef, I'll tell you.
And you can see a lot of the memorabilia too there, pictures, photographs, keepsakes. There's the namesake of the bar.
We named the bar after the dog.
Yeah,
I like that.
Gunner's with us this morning too. So, and there's a lot of Guy Harvey prints, pictures, awards. Andrea shucking away there too.
Oh,
so,
good.
Like I said, a lot of great folks that are without employment right now.
Well, and the thing now, on the concert, this is the group you're going to have for the concert.
We are. We've got a group just south of Vernon there on their property, willing to donate that night and have a stage set up. We're going to do $10 admission. Kristen Burge, local artist. That's the address there of the place where we're going to have it at. The field's been mowed. We have porta potties coming in, food, beverages for sale. Cypress Spring, both local guys graduated from Vernon High School, making it big, and all donating their time, resources back to the community just to do something special.
Oh, that's really, really good stuff and all. And, when we talk about doing special things on the show about helping people, what a great opportunity. Well, you're selling these plates for how much?
$5.
You can't get a Happy Meal for $5. You're talking about what all's in this meal?
Yeah, we about quarter pound of shrimp, potatoes, corn. It's all we've got. My staff at the high school have just come out to whatever they can do to help.
Well, who's going to be doing the cooking?
Freddie and Betty.
Yep.
Freddie and Betty. All right. Now listen, I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna take time off Saturday. I'm gonna drive up there. What time you start?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
4 p.m. Yep.
Okay. 11 to 4. So anywhere in the neighborhood, anywhere in the Panhandle, you can drive over there, and all this is going to help friends out.
Correct.
Tell you what, it's been a great effort. The community's really come together, and it's a tragedy. It's been a tough loss on us, especially the employees right here at Christmas, and even the landlord, Bobo Cook. I mean, it's a big loss for him as well. He's got a lot of memory there with that old bait shop's what it used to be for 30 years. So. Hopefully we'll all be back up and running, everybody get back in there and enjoy some great food here for the holidays.
Oh, that's going to be great. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Real quick, tell us about our guest.
Here he is. This is Gunner. This is how we named the bar and the restaurant, and I tell you what, he gets more pictures taken of him than anybody in there. Everybody loves Gunner, and he entertains the kids. The parents can come in there and eat, and he'll go out there and throw the ball with the kids for an hour. So it's a great time, and he loves everybody. He just doesn't have an enemy, and
you can tell it's early for him too.
That's a good-looking dog.
Say thank you, Gunner.
How old is he?
He's 2 years old, October 31st.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So. You named the restaurant after him.
Yes, sir.
That's
He sure
cool.
did. He sure did.
Now, will he be up there Saturday too?
Yes, sir. He'll be there.
He'll be around all day.
He's a people person, I'll tell you. He loves everybody.
All right, that's good. Just leave him right here, make him feel at home. We got a couple more pictures to show you. Now, listen, Brian is good about sending us pictures in fishing and hunting season. So, Thanksgiving, how was your Thanksgiving hunt?
Did pretty good. I was able to harvest a nice little 8-point, and they're locally in the Vernon area, a little 40-acre tract that I got, and was proud of him. About 165-pound buck, and I think first buck I've ever killed on opening morning or opening day that I can remember. So just had him processed and got him back, and proud of him.
Don't y'all wish all principals in all the high schools here in Panhandle were like Brian? I'm serious. I mean, that's cool. I really I get a kick out of Brian. Outdoor ed student, and one in the early years.
First class.
Very proud of Brian. And okay, so let's get back to now. You're a big outdoorsman too, Vic. Tell us about some of the things you like to do.
I really enjoy it. I grew up fishing in ponds and lakes and rivers and creeks up in Georgia, outside of Savannah, Georgia, and then progressed on down to doing a lot of bill fishing and got blessed. I did a lot of fishing with Norm Isaacs on ESPN and did a lot of competition tournaments around the world. So it's a lot of fun, out there.
And you ended up down here in Vernon. How'd you end up in Vernon?
We moved down to Destin back in about '98 and started doing some things around Vernon about that time, around 2000.
And you fell in love with the place? And
just can't beat a hometown, and I tell you what, it's a small town, but it's a loving community. It really is.
And we talk about this in the Panhandle, that kind of atmosphere and feelings that just permeates our whole area. And a lot of it is based around the outdoor things that we do and families do. And we're talking about young people, getting them in the outdoors. I know you work with them every day too.
I work with them trying to keep them at school instead of being in outdoors.
So, you got another problem.
That's it. But no, I mean, it's just a special place, like Vic said.
Yeah.
And you know, we use our little hashtag about small town, big heart. And again, here's another example of that when there's a need that everybody just falls in line and does what they can do to help out.
Just overwhelmed by that, I'll say, Coach. It's really overwhelming to see the amount of people that's come forward to try to help us to get us back on our feet and help these employees so they can get through Christmas and the holidays.
Now, we know all the folks around Vernon is going to be up there, but you folks over there in South Walton and Bay County and Washington, the other part of Washington, Jackson, it's worth the drive now to go down there and get some of that seafood. That's going to be some good food.
And I tell you what, these boys playing, Christian Burge and Cypress Springs, they are truly gifted, and it's, you know, for $10, you're going to get the best music you can get within 1,000 miles of here.
Yeah. It's going to be an entertaining time and all. So I want to encourage you. And working, they don't have to have tickets. They can just go down there and get it.
They can show up before the concert. We've got parking right there on the west side of Highway 79, just south of Vernon. We'll have a lit sign out, and plenty of parking. 40 acres. We've mowed it and got everything cut. We'll have a stage set up and restroom facilities. So just good weather, a giant bonfire, and a great time.
Be able to drop your tailgate too if you want to, and just enjoy it that way, old school.
You can't beat that. So I want to encourage y'all to go there and all. You keep mentioning 40 acres for that, and then you got your buck on 40 acres. 40 acres, just a nice piece of land.
That's it. That's just good round number, huh?
It really is. I get a kick out. I got a little 40 acres, and I just sometimes love just walk around it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Around it and all in the woods and all. Another thing too, we're going into with the plate now. What's coming with the plate?
Right now we've got about a 1/4 pound of shrimp.
Okay.
With all Freddy's fixings and special seasonings. We can't give those away, or we probably wouldn't be able to leave here. Okay.
But be honest.
Yep. But corn, new potatoes, all in a clamshell to go plate. I think we're planning to do about 500 plates.
Okay.
And you know, we've pre-sold some, but we'll have enough for if somebody wants to pull through the bus loop there at Vernon High School. Okay. We'll have Andrea and a couple girls from the restaurant out there exchanging money for plates.
Okay.
And if anything we don't sell that afternoon, we'll be at the concert for sale that evening.
Okay, so you make sure you go right through the bus loop right there at high school.
And and Vic's going to pick up the shrimp today. Okay. And so they will be swimming the day before.
All right, that's cool stuff. Vic, what's your timeline or your schedule once you get through the Christmas holidays, of course, and all? So what's your plan?
It's going to be. We were trying to move a little faster when we first started talking about it, but I think we're going to take our time and do it right. And it's probably going to be realistic, a good 30 days out before we get back up and running full steam.
Well, that's not bad, 30 days.
I tell you what, it's but you got to be. You're really blessed. We've got a lot of locals coming to the plate. When I say that, I'm talking about carpenters, masonaries, and you know, they'll come in there and they'll knock it out pretty quick.
Yeah. When a lot of people start working on it, it's like the old-fashioned barn raising. You know, the whole community shows.
Well, that's exactly what you got here, and I know Vic just keeps saying the outpour of folks that you know may themselves have a tough time getting through Christmas, but are willing to donate labor, materials, time.
We're still getting calls. I mean, Surplus Salvage has offered some stuff. South Bay down there off Old 98's offered some stuff to help us out. The calls are still coming in, so hopefully, good Lord willing, we'll get everything up and running. And like I say, I hope within 30 days.
Well, that's great. Now, Do you get to take any days off to once you get started? You taking days off to fish and hunt, or you there?
Oh, we have to do that. We're like a lot of the places up there. We are in a small town, so we're open Wednesday through Saturday, and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's our downtime.
You know, this is funny. I laugh at you know, you're trying to keep the students in school and all.
Yeah.
When he was at Moses, I tried to keep him in school because he wanted to go fishing too. So you see how he goes in a cycle. Not really. He was a great kid. I just said that. His dad was the principal too.
Right around the corner. So check see if that truck was gone.
And over there at Hain and all.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank y'all for coming on and wish you all the best. I'm
Yes, sir.
certainly going to try to get up there Saturday. I may eat 2 platefuls.
Hey, come on.
And we appreciate your time today
thank you
too.
so
Thanks
much.
so much.
Thank you,
Great
guys.
show.
Before you leave, now I'm going to let y'all, we're going to draw for our, every Friday we give away seafood at the Tarpon Rock Marina, and Marina Seafood, Tarpon Rock Seafood. I want to let you draw one name. It's going to be for $20 gift certificate, then you're going to draw one. It's going to be for the red snapper.
Okay.
Okay, so just pick out any one of them there, read it out.
All right.
And see who that is.
Robert Goldmetz.
Robert Colemetz, and from where?
Ponce de
PDL.
Leon.
Ponce de Leon.
There you go.
Got a lot of viewers up there. Okay, you got $20, Robert. Run down and pick it up next couple of days. Brian, this is a big red snapper.
There you go. Going to be Phyllis Brookins.
Phyllis Brookins. Let's draw another name. I know Phyllis.
She gave me a 20 to pull that out there.
Okay, that's our winners for today. So what we're going to do, we're going to get set up now for our famous Friday fishing forecast, and y'all have a good trip back to Vernon,
Yes, sir.
and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you
you very
again,
much.
Coach.
Okay, be right back. Hi, welcome back to the famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Tarpon Rock Seafood. We got a lot of information, surprisingly for the first week in December, a lot of good information here. So let's get started. Let's talk about freshwater first. Now, we right around the corner from some really good speckled perch or crappie fishing coming up, you know, really strong in January and February. So get prepared for that. Look around Lake Talcott and those areas. Bass fishing has been interesting. I've talked to a couple of bass fishermen, and they're having to dodge the duck hunters too, especially early in the morning and all. So if you're bass fishing, we've got to find a good quiet place. But they're catching some nice bass, not any really big bass, but catching a lot of the smaller size bass. And it's been we've had this warm weather. We just had an extended fall. And it's so evident if you didn't know anything else by just checking the water temperature we've talked about on a regular basis here. Now let's go to Choctawhatchee Bay, take a quick look at it. I got a report from this guy went out with a fishing guide, and he said they were targeting sheephead and redfish, and they ended up, he said, a pretty weak morning. They had a 4-hour trip lined up, and basically what he caught, he said he didn't catch any, he didn't get very many bites, but he caught a few reds and a couple of whitings. So they were a little disappointed in that. So the redfish are still over there. The redfish were undersized, the ones they caught. So, you know, just because you go out with a guide, you're not going to catch something all the time. These guys work hard. They're knowledgeable, but that's fishing, and that's evident then when you go out with it. You know, they more disappointed than you are. Believe me, when they don't catch anything. So it's not always guaranteed that you're going to always catch something. You just want some kind of activity. That's why the guys are really are patient with you, and a lot of times target other fish also. So be aware of that. We have great guides here in the Florida Panhandle, outstanding guides. Okay, other thing on Choctawhatchee, I wrote down the sheephead bite. Again, we mentioned this last week, the sheephead bite over here again around the bridges and all, and the rock piles, and both, we talked about it, like I said, we talked about it before, and I tell you what, the redfish has been good. I tell you what fascinates me, and I keep hearing it over and over again, how all the speckled trout in Choctawhatchee Bay, Apalachicola Bay, and San Andrew Bay, they're all on the small side. You know, all of them 12, 13 inches. A lot of people are catching some small trout, and it's been that way a long time now. All right, let's go down here in St. Andrew Bay. The big thing, the big fish again, two fish. Let's talk about bay fishing. 2 fish that pop up here in Bay County. One's pompano, which is surf, and then the other one is the drum. The drum bite. I've seen pictures again this week. The last couple of weeks, we've had pictures of some really big black drum caught around the Lynn Haven Bridge, the Hathaway Bridge, and the Tyndall Bridge. Some really nice drum. Now I say this every week too. They're not good to eat, but they're fun to catch. And now I talked to a guy who ate one this week, and he said they cut out the bloodlines, and it tastes pretty good. So anyway, you can't eat them, so don't let me discourage you from that. Pompano, you know, that's one of my favorite. Always for many years I've kept up with pompano. It's been a fascinating run this year. The last 2 weeks, they've really caught some nice pompano, and they're working. What it is, it's just a late fall run. Santa Rosa Beach over there, we're catching some nice in the surf. The west end of the beach caught some nice fish. I've seen the pictures. I showed them here in the show. The pier, they had a run like the Friday before Thanksgiving, or maybe the Friday after Thanksgiving. And 2 guys limited out within an hour off the west end of it. So it's which shows you where they're coming from. So you just got to be in the right place. You got to be out there when they're coming through. They caught a lot of pompano around the jetties. They're going to catch some down at the Cape San Blas, I'm sure, and St. George Island any time now. I'm going to start getting some really good reports. So if you're down on the east end, y'all need to target some pompano. So be aware of that. Moving on down Mexico Beach, the canal. Canal is, okay, lost it, turned upside down. The canal has been loaded down with sheephead, okay? The St. Joe Canal, let me see if I can get into it. We're at Highland View. And there it is right here. Oh, we found it. We got it, Jeff. All right, got a canal here and good sheephead fishing. It got some rocks around through here and really good. And floundering, the flounder bite has been pretty strong too. St. Joe Bay, the catching trout, catching some on top water trout around Black's Island and all, but not catching a lot of them, but catching a few trout. Again, that's been sort of the weakest report we've had in the last year or so has been the trout fishing. It's just, I don't know what's going on with it. Just haven't been caught. A lot of big trout haven't been caught, okay? Apalachicola Bay, again, the sheephead fishing going to be strong. The bull reds, again, I always talk about the bull reds over here at St. George Island Cut right here. I know you saw the video this week of Indian Pass, and it's just one of the areas that this Indian Pass right in here. I was right here fishing. Good redfish when the tide's coming out. Oyster bars here. You got good redfish in here. Excellent fishing. So let's quickly get down to well, if I'm going to run out of time again. Moving on down to St. George Island. I just mentioned you want to do surf fishing in St. George Island and fish on the backside for redfish and all. I can see on the clock I'm about to run out of time. I did not get a report from Carabel. The lower end of Apalachicola holding bass and redfish, and this is a good time of year. And some trout fishing should be good once we get some really cold weather in between Christmas and New Year's. I'm going to go down there and do some trout fishing with Bill and Greg Brudnicki, hopefully. So I'm going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for watching this week. Appreciate your viewership. You have a great weekend. Y'all get up at Vernon and buy some of that seafood. It goes to a good cause, help people out. Simple as that. Have a great weekend. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.